From the station with the most local news, Fox 17 Morning News at 5 starts right now.
A police officer from West Michigan throws someone to the ground, and it's all caught on video. What the Michigan State Police are saying about any charges against the Battle Creek cop.
This morning, one person is dead as wildfires continue to burn through neighborhoods in Southern California. Why people there are worried that this could only be the beginning.
The Griffins are getting ready for Game 5 tonight against the Texas Stars as they continue to defend the Calder Cup. But will injuries play a factor in the matchup at the Van?
Good Friday morning to you. It is 5 o'clock. I'm Sarah Broadhead.
And I'm Mike Avery.
I'm Rob Westerby with traffic.
And I'm meteorologist John Shaner. Here's the good news.
Perfect.
Okay.
Couldn't be worse than yesterday.
Yesterday felt like winter. It really
Or
did.
March or February, something like that.
It was not good.
Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah.
But frost on the windshields this morning.
Yeah, and that's not necessarily a great thing either this morning. We're talking about temperatures down near the freezing mark in many locations, even below freezing in some spots, especially South Haven and in Benton Harbor. Now, this kind of goes contrary to what you might expect. Usually we're talking about areas north and northeast of Grand Rapids where we see some of the coldest temperatures, but that's where we've hung on to a little bit more cloud cover early this morning. So that's where temperatures are actually sitting in the mid-30s, but everybody on a chilly note, everybody could be seeing at least a little bit of patchy frost outside early this morning, and temperatures may still slip another degree or two with light winds and skies that are just partly cloudy around the region. You do see a few clouds trying to make a comeback from out to the west, and areas into areas again, and mainly north and east of Grand Rapids, still hanging on to a little bit of cloud cover early this morning, but there are thin spots in that cloud cover. We do expect that will stay at least partly sunny for a good portion of the day today. A few rain showers back into parts of northern Illinois. Some of that will try to come our way as we get into later on today and tonight, but really just a chance of a shower mainly across our southern counties through the daytime today. The little bit of sunshine that we do see will help to boost temperatures into the low 50s at least, still running more than 15 degrees below average for this time of year. But as I mentioned, the combination of sunshine and mainly dry conditions throughout much of the daytime will be a little bit of an improvement over yesterday. We'll talk about the rest of the weekend forecast coming up.
Breaking overnight, a raccoon has knocked out power for thousands of people in Kalamazoo. Police tell us the animal took out a substation and caused a small fire. It resulted in 3,600 people losing power. Traffic lights and police stations are also out. Consumers Energy says the lights will come back on within the next hour.
It's a case we've been keeping an eye on for a while now. Video showing a Battle Creek police officer slamming a suspect to the ground. Now the Michigan State Police have completed their investigation into whether or not excessive force was being used. Our Nicole DiDonato joins us live in the control room with more about the case and what Michigan State Police is recommending about charges. Good morning.
Hey there, good morning, Sarah. This involves an incident that happened a couple of years ago, but Michigan State Police was asked to step in and take a look at whether or not excessive use of force was used in this case. And this morning, according to the Battle Creek Inquirer, they are not recommending any charges. Now, you'll remember the excessive force investigation publicly surfaced mid-April. It involved Battle Creek police officer Christopher Hugg and a man who later pled guilty to resisting and obstructing police. The incident between the two happened in October of 2012. Surveillance video showed Officer Hugg pick up Kenneth Moy and slam him to the ground. The Battle Creek Police Department did an internal investigation, and Officer Hugg was cleared of any wrongdoing. Acting Police Chief Jim Blocker said use of force is part of their job, but still had MSP investigate whether the officer went too far. That was again last month, and MSP did not recommend any charges. The acting police chief doesn't believe the department has a problem with use of force, but says this will be used for grounds for training. He has asked a use of force expert to come in and speak to the department. That'll be on Sunday and Monday. For now, live in the control room this morning, I'm Nicole DiDonato, Fox 17 News.
Nicole, thank you. At least one person is dead this morning as thousands of acres continue to burn in Southern California as wildfires rage out of control.
Now residents and state officials fear this could only be the beginning. Our Tim Doty joins us live in the studio with more. Hey, Tim.
Good morning, Mike and Sarah. The video flat out terrifying. Just take a look here as the flames destroy everything in their path. 36 wildfires are ripping through more than 10,000 acres in Southern California, with San Diego County the hardest hit. The entire state is experiencing drought conditions right now, and temperatures over 100 degrees in some spots are only making things worse. The Santa Ana winds, which are known as devil winds, usually blow in the fall, but now continue to spread the flames even wider in terrifying fire tornadoes. One public official said she'd never seen the winds blow in May before. As you said, one person is confirmed dead and thousands more have been evacuated from their homes. Those who have returned to see the damage caused have used words like apocalyptic or, quote, it looks like a bomb went off. As they clean up, crews continue to battle the spreading flames and the search is on into what started it all.
Clearly, law enforcement, fire department, we all have suspicions, like the public does when you have 9 fires that started all over the county. But those suspicions don't really necessarily translate into facts when you start looking at the individual fires, like I say, the origin, the cause of them, which will be investigated by professional arson investigators.
Governor Jerry Brown a little more blunt. He said people do, quote, stupid things like throw a cigarette butt out of a car window, and that can spark a fire in these terrible drought conditions in California. Now, 2 teenagers were arrested yesterday for setting a small fire in a park, but law enforcement said they are not connected to these wildfires. Live in the studio, Tim Doty, Fox 17 News.
Tim, thank you. Michigan workers could soon be making more money. A bill to raise the minimum wage in the state has now passed the Senate. Senate Bill 934 passed with support from both sides of the aisle and some key changes. The legislation would raise the minimum wage from $7.40 to $8.15 this year and then increase it each year until it reaches $9.20 in 2017. It also ties any future increases to inflation. The bill now moves on to the Michigan House, and if it passes, it goes to the governor's desk.
A fertilizer company that was looking to relocate from Sparta Township to farmland in Alpine Township won't be making that move after they were denied a special use permit. The decision came down in front of a packed Alpine Township Planning Commission meeting. 14 people spoke out against the company. It's called the Crop Protection Service. It's a fertilizer retailer that was hoping to transform a 5-acre cornfield into a distribution and sales center. The location of the plant had passionate neighbors speaking out.
There's more locations than on Fruit Ridge, and like I said, Fruit Ridge is Class B. It's not an ideal location.
You're going to have trucks pulling out of there, pickups pulling out of their tanks. They're not going to be running at high speed. There's going to be a serious accident there.
We have the common sense to stay away from such a heavily traveled road as Fruit Ridge, and I hope you guys do too.
They're citing the cheapest location rather than a good commercial location like an.
In the end, the commission voted 5-2 to deny the special use permit. The main reason was the amount of hazardous traffic it would add to Fruit Ridge Avenue, a spot that some argue is dangerous enough as it is.
The FBI in Detroit will be holding a press conference today to discuss 2 robberies at high-end jewelry stores that happened last month. They both happened on April 22nd. The first at Meadowars Fine Jewelry on Plainfield Avenue in Grand Rapids. And 4 suspects were involved in that one. One of the owners pulled out a gun and shot one of the suspects as they ran off. And then just a few hours later, 3 suspects robbed Tapper's Diamonds and Fine Jewelry in West Bloomfield. That's on the state's east side. After reviewing surveillance video and other evidence, police say it was the same crew trying to steal Rolex watches. There's currently a reward of more than $15,000 to help catch those suspects.
Today, job seekers can head to Muskegon for the 3rd annual Veterans Job Fair starting at 10 a.m. until 2. You can go to the USS LST 393 Veterans Museum ship on Mart Street. Almost 100 area employers, including Amway and Meyer, will be available to talk with job seekers about potential opportunities. There are a variety of different types of jobs they are looking to fill, including engineering, administration, general labor, and banking. All are welcome, whether you are a veteran or not. Just be prepared with your resume and dress to make an impression.
Calder Cup playoffs continue tonight for the Grand Rapids Griffins at Van Andel Arena.
Yeah, the puck drops for Game 5 against the Texas Stars with the series all tied up at 2 games apiece. Griffins are holding an optional skate Thursday, or held an optional skate Thursday, but most of the guys took the option not to skate. Several of them are banged up, including Tomas Yurko and Landon Ferraro. They will be reevaluated today before the game.
The one thing we've done a good job of, our leadership group does a real good job of keeping guys calm. We've been through lots over the last couple of years. They're guys who've been through lots of different battles in their careers, and they understand that you just kind of keep plugging ahead.
Again, Game 5 tonight at 7 p.m. at the Van. Then that series goes back to Texas on Sunday for Game 6. And, of course, if necessary, Game 7 on Monday.
It is 9 minutes after 5 on your Friday morning. Still ahead, a West Michigan soldier buys an iPod to pass the time, and months later, he still hasn't gotten it. Now Fox 17's problem solvers are looking for answers.
Did Michigan's own Gina Irene make it through to be in the final, or the finale, I should say, of this season's American Idol? Find out around 5:20.
And the Pistons have a new head coach. We'll hear what Stan Van Gundy has to say about joining the organization.
Fox 17 traffic. If you're getting behind the wheel this morning at this time, you should be on time. Good driving conditions in the usual light traffic for this early in the morning. I have lane closures that will pop up over the weekend. Saturday only from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. The left lane will be closed on northbound 131 between 44th and 28th Street, doing some survey work. Flights out of West Michigan this morning are on time. And the 5:20 video shot, something to watch when an eyewitness watched the truck that you see ahead hits one of the bridges.